First of all, it's really great to be back. It's really nice to walk through the front doors of Percy Johnson and actually see a lot of the people that I've actually missed for quite some time. It's great to be back, and it's a wonderful feeling. Clarence Pitterson, principal of Percy Johnson for, let's see, 1 year, point 1 or 2 years. It hasn't been long, but it's been great.
Yeah.
First question, memorable moment.
Good enough.
It really took me a bit of time to dig for this, but as soon as it came to mind, I was very happy to sort of, I'd have to say one of the most memorable moments from my time here at Monsignor Percy Johnson was taking part in, obviously, the numerous events that they had. It's such a wonderful community, always supportive of each other. But one event in particular, and that is Best Buddies, an event that they held at the school to raise money and raise funds for the Best Buddy program. This program had been a long-standing program far before my time here at Percy Johnson, and I believe it was started by Angela Cimenti. Angela, when I was here, did a wonderful job in promoting the program, getting students together to volunteer, to assist our students that were in need. Mostly it was our DDME students that were involved in this program, and that the volunteers, the other students that took part in the program, helped to bring together this community in such a cohesive way. So in terms of the Best Buddies program, it was a wonderful program that brought the community together. The students who volunteered from grades 9 through 12, assisting the DDME kids within the program. Best Buddies was a unique program that brought everybody together. It showed the better side of our humanity, let's say. It was a program that when I first saw it, I was in awe of just how the students were receptive toward the program, how they got involved, not just the volunteers, but the kids actually themselves, the outings that they did, giving them basically life skills, life experiences that really some may not have had otherwise. So programs like Best Buddies are definitely ones that need to be cherished, and I think that it brought to MPJ that wonderful feeling of community. Something that occurred at Johnson that was funny, that I fondly remember. How could I forget this? Had to do with the fire panel. Not actually the panel, but the alarm. You know, at every school, now and again, we have fire alarms that are pulled by mistake, and hopefully none has ever pulled in an actual event. But in my case, it just so happened that within 2 weeks, the alarm was probably pulled maybe 3 or 4 times. Now, I guess any administrator knows that when the fire alarm is pulled, everybody responds, especially to a school. You've got fire, you've got ambulance and police. Well, this happened, like I said, for 2 weeks, about 3 to 4 times. Why do I say it's funny? I say it's funny because the student that pulled it was a character and a half, a really lovable young man who resided in the DDME class, our special education class. And he loved to hear the sound of the bell. Not the bell of the school starting or ending, but the alarm bell for the fire alarm.
Yeah.
He had pulled it, and then I finally got to meet the student who had pulled it. We tried to talk to him and tell him, you know, it's not very safe to do this. And he felt like he completely understood. The next day, I was walking into the school, and I mean literally the next day, I walked into the school on that side of the building, and I saw him right beside the fire alarm, standing right there. He looked at me, I looked at him, we had that look, and then click, off goes the alarm.
Yeah.
Obviously, my look was not that impactful. The alarm was pulled. I have to say I laughed about it later, much later, but to see the look in his eyes when he looked at me and then pulled the bell, the alarm, was actually priceless. It was very priceless. So that is definitely one moment to me that was very, very memorable and funny.
Yeah.
Hey. Regarding the defining moment at Percy Johnson, I'll have to be quite honest, I cannot think of something that really comes to mind. As I would think of it, a defining moment is something in maybe somebody's life or career that maybe has made an impact and has in some way affected them or the community. Not that a lot of things like that didn't occur, but every day was a memorable day. Every day was an impactful day. And my time here at Johnson, unfortunately, was limited. As I said in the beginning, I was here for just over 1 year, probably 1 year, 1 month. And unfortunately, I had to take a leave just for medical reasons. And because of that, my memories and my impression of the school, in my opinion, had not really been fully formed yet. It takes a while to get to know a community, in depth, and I don't think I really had that time to really get to learn the intricacies. And for that reason, that's why I think I don't really have necessarily one defining moment. But I do appreciate the opportunity to speak about my time here and really just the fun and the people, the teachers, my fellow colleagues and staff, wonderful people. I would always welcome them anywhere I go, and hopefully they feel the same about me. Thank you very much for this opportunity.